Dad, let's go fishing.
All right.
Hey, Brent, there's already one down here.
Come on, Brent. Should we try to catch a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's down this way.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. We're at the West Fork Wharf in Sheffield, Iowa. This is a supper club that my wife Kim and I created to this is the wharf side, kind of reflect our outdoor traditions, our fishing traditions, that sort of thing. We'll look around a little bit. We're going to start off today fishing salmon and trout in Lake Michigan out of Sturgeon Bay. We don't do that very much, but it is a wonderful trip to take. After that, we'll be ice fishing. First, though, it's fishing for salmon and trout, Lake Michigan, Brett Alexander and the guys from the Trio Charters. Let's get out there. I don't go salmon or trout fishing very much. Haven't been after them for quite a few years now. But when I do go, I enjoy the experience. This past summer, Brett Alexander and I got together with the guys from Trio Fishing Charters. Brett is a charter captain on Green Bay of Lake Michigan. He chases mostly walleyes and smallmouth bass. Today is kind of like a working holiday for Brett. I arrived in Sturgeon Bay late in the early evening. We headquartered out of Beach Harbor Resort. Beach Harbor Resort has hotel rooms, a great view of the water, a nice beach, a restaurant, lots to do, a real relaxed, carefree atmosphere at the Beach Harbor. We called it a night early because early morning is probably the most productive time in the water for salmon and trout. We got to the harbor about 4:30 a.m. and the docks were alive with activity. Lots of people going fishing. We found our boat, the Trio, got acquainted, and headed out. Way out. 10 miles out. 500 feet of water. Then we started putting lines in the water. Many lines. Wisconsin is a 3-line state, so we were able to cover quite a bit of water. Deep, shallow, and in between. And it wasn't long before one of the rods triggered.
Is he still there, Brett?
He's still there.
Is it?
He's just kind of swimming at you. Oh, here's another one, guys.
Hold on.
Here you go. You're going to be reeling for a while on that one, Bob. That's a 10-color lead core on the board.
Okay.
Okay, we can get you to go to the right. I'll get Brett to switch.
Whoa, what kind is that?
That's a king.
Is it really?
Yep.
Look at
It's a nice 2-year-old. Yep.
Is it? 2 years old. Is he really? Ha. Am I doing okay here, Matt?
Yep, you're doing just fine.
With all those lines in the water, you might wonder how they avoid tangles. But Captain Matt Solchenberger and First Mate Zach Zeman are experts at getting the lines to the level where the fish are and keeping them untangled. In addition to that, they're both really good guys. Another fish on.
So you're gonna reel to the dipsy, lift up in the air and walk back gently. Punch your
Is that the
tip
fish
this way
right
a
behind the
little
dipsy?
bit.
That's the one.
Yep, reel right down to that dipsy.
Oh. Then how far
Lift
back
up.
is the fish behind the dodger?
Oh, you. Come on.
Look at
Here we
this.
go, guys.
Go ahead, Brett. Jeepers.
Babies are gonna rock now.
Boy, you go salmon fishing early in the morning, but when you get on the bite like we're on, it's worth it. When we come back, we'll catch some more salmon and trout. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Impulse. Excite the bite with scent, color, and action. Clear Lake, Iowa Chamber of Commerce. Stay at the shore and explore. Salmo. Insist on Salmo.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
When the weather turns for the worse, you need more than a hope for the best. It's why every Ranger multi-species design is geared to crush rough water while delivering solid tracking and a smooth, dry ride. Coupled with Evinrude E-Tech's power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance, these total performance machines are built for the battle. Experience more with Evinrude E-Tech.
Evinrude E-Tech has been outperforming four-stroke engines for years. But what about the latest 150 four-strokes that claim to deliver two-stroke-like torque? See the proof for yourself. Get your free DVD now and watch how the two-stroke Evinrude E-Tech 150 outpulls and out-accelerates the four-stroke competition. See how it wins when it comes to maintenance, ease of winterization, and more. Evinrude E-Tech is the true champion. Go to evinrude150challenge.com and get your free DVD now.
I started using Salmon Hornets more and more a few years ago, and in those few years, I'm catching more and more fish. There's just something about a hornet that makes a walleye or a bass or a panfish or whatever want to eat it. Hornets have a lifetime guarantee, and they're hand-tuned so they run perfect right out of the box. Cabela's has an outstanding selection of Hornets in the best sizes and colors, and the folks at Cabela's can tell you which ones are the hottest. Salmo didn't invent the crankbait, they just perfected it. Insist on Salmo at Cabela's. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The weather is nice, the fish are biting. Let's catch some more.
They like to be acrobatic.
What'd you say it was, Brett?
It's a steelhead.
Steelhead? Oh yeah, look. Whoa.
Whoa, here, what's up, guys? Oh boy. Bob, you want this one?
Go ahead. I'm still recovering from that last one. Yeah, no.
The deal with this fishing is that when you get one on, chances are good another rod is going to trigger. These fish are hard fighters, and they can wear you out. Sometimes a break in the action is appreciated. We didn't get many breaks in the action on this trip.
And that's a steelhead, which is also a rainbow trout.
Yep. Once they hit the lake, then that's when they're known as steelhead. Take this from you.
Once they hit the lake, where are they coming from?
From the streams. It's the exact same fish that's in the streams. Just once they hit the lake, that's when they become known as steelhead. They're lake-bound fish. Yep.
How come? Just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
Huh.
Watch that board, Brett. It's a nice steelhead.
Yeah, that is. How big does steelhead get?
That's an average sized steelhead.
Is it really?
You will get them. I've probably had him up to almost 20 pounds already. But
look at the color in his back, though.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. When you get these rainbows in the river, this up here will turn real reddish brown and get them dark spots in it. Once they get out in the lake like this, they get a real nice blue color to them. It's a beautiful fish though. And they got the real white mouth.
Yep.
So I like fishing these, they're fun.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Put them in a box.
These trout and salmon are fun to catch. They're also good to eat. As the sun comes up, let's check in with Adam Sorenson to find out about fish preparation on his Dakota grills.
Adam, I've heard that salmon is good for you. You told me you've got a way to prepare it. How is that?
Yes, I do. It's very simple. What we're going to do is smoke it. Now, salmon you can do a couple different ways. If you want to smoke it, it's a wonderful flavor, but then it's an hors d'oeuvre if you smoke it heavily. If you want just a light smoke flavor, just a few wood chips is all you need. Well, we're going to make this into an hors d'oeuvre. And as you can see, I've got cherry wood chunks here that just ran through the bandsaw. And I've also got some cherry wood chips. You can use either or both, it doesn't really matter. First thing we're going to do, spray a little Pam on it. And on the skin side, so it doesn't stick. And just squirt a little Pam on it, just like that. And that way it'll come off easily rather than sticking to the grate. Skin side down, and all I'm going to do is sprinkle a little of our very own sizzle and steak seasoning on this. It's a very nice flavor. You could also use our country seasoning or whatever your favorite seasoning is. It doesn't really matter, just something to give it a nice flavor. So yep, go ahead and close that.
Ready for that?
And then we're going to turn it on. As normal, we're going to set our smoking temperature for 320 degrees. So this will cook that salmon to perfection in about 30 minutes, and it'll be wonderful salmon, just simplicity itself. Let's take a look. Whoa.
That's that salmon we put in there.
Yeah, it really smoked it a lot.
Oh yeah.
You can see.
Oh, moist too.
Oh yeah, very
tender.
moist, very tender. You can see just how flaky and tender and juicy that is.
Boy, it just pulls right off there, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice appetizer.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Those Dakota grills make food preparation so easy and the food tastes so good. Let's get another one for the grill.
It's a lot of fun once we get them going like this. You don't wait too long.
There he is. Right there. Look at that. And these are all nice sized. I mean, look at that. These are all nice sized fish.
That's a king. It's a nice king. It's either a very big 1-year-old or a smaller 2.
While we get that line reset, let's get together for another session of School of Fish with Mike Frisch.
As a fishing guide, one of the things that I know helps me and my clients catch more fish is the use of good, freshly live bait. If you want to put more walleyes, panfish, bass, whatever species you're chasing with live bait, I'd encourage you to buy the best bait you can, keep it in the best bait buckets available, because fresh, lively bait will catch more fish. And one other thing, change bait often. Nothing catches fish better than fresh live bait. I use Fraybill's bait buckets and containers to keep my bait live. It does a great job of helping me keep my bait fresh and lively. Let's catch a walleye.
Thanks, Mike. Good information. Now back to the fishing.
Ooh, he's starting to come. That's a nice king.
That's a big king.
Reel a little bit more, Brett. Oh yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's 20 pounds.
That's a king salmon?
That's a king. That's a 4-year-old.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
Boy, those salmon fight so hard. They are fun to catch. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Bionic Line. Your fish, your line. Beautiful Cabotogama Lake, gateway to Voyageurs National Park. Evinrude E-Tech, 300 hours, no dealer scheduled maintenance. Offshore Tackle, your leader in trolling technology. Boat ride on the water, a concert in the shadow of legends, a day of fishing in one of the premier fisheries in the Midwest. These are just a few of the wonderful attractions Clear Lake has to offer. Nestled in northern Iowa, Clear Lake is known for its beautiful scenic landscapes, top-rated beaches, and yearly events. From the annual Winter Dance Party to the blockbuster 4th of July celebration, Clear Lake has something for everyone. Stay at the shore and explore.
I enjoy making good food. but I would rather fish than cook, even when it's 10 below zero. That's why my family and I invented the Dakota grill. We let the grill do all the work. I just set the temperature and my grill does the rest. Whether I smoke, grill, barbecue, or bake, your meats will always be juicy, flavorful, and healthy. Visit dakotagrills.com for recipes, cooking videos, and more, and unleash your inner chef.
Lake Kabetogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Kabetogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. That Door County area is so diverse. You can catch salmon, trout, world-class walleyes, and smallmouth bass. Today, though, we're after salmon and trout. Let's catch some more. These fish are strong.
Oh, they are so powerful.
They're just strong.
I forgot how much of a workout this is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I've been grinding the water 12 hours a day for muskies lately, and you don't get to reel in a lot when you're fishing muskies.
Yeah.
So.
Look at that rod tip just throb when they run. Whoa, look at that go. Look at him go. Whoa, what are you thinking, Brett?
I'm thinking probably about a
Coho?
6-pound steelhead.
Steelhead. Man, for 6 pounds they fight.
I was wrong. It's about a 6-pound king.
Is it?
Right on the weight, but wrong on the species.
To enjoy your outdoor experience even more, you need good equipment. And the guys at Cabela's are experts at helping you choose what products will serve you the best. Jack, you know, when you go fishing, it's so important to have a full charge in your battery, and that full charge lasts all day. I've been hearing about the Cabela's Advanced Series Pro Series of battery chargers. What can you tell me about this?
Well, it's a 3-stage charger, and the 3rd stage is maintenance. So you can leave it all winter long. That's what I do with mine.
You can leave it plugged in all winter?
All winter long. Since I started doing that, my batteries have lasted longer because they don't sulfate during the winter time, which is this time of the year is good. It's a 3-stage charger, so it starts out charging at the higher current rate, has a dwell section, so you really fill that battery as full as it can get. It's got the full distribution, so that if I have a weak battery and a strong battery, it'll actually shift charging power over to the weaker battery, so it will charge faster once the first battery is satisfied.
So 2-bank means it charges 2 batteries?
2 batteries. So
for
you'll
a 24-volt system?
Your 24-volt system, or you could have your starting battery on a 12-volt trolling motor battery. It's the Advanced Angler Pro Series battery charger, available only at Cabela's.
Great advice. That's why I so enjoy visiting the Cabela stores across the Midwest. Now back to Lake Michigan. The sun was just peeking over the horizon, and we already had a bunch of fish in the box. This salmon trout thing is pretty much a catch-and-keep deal. Matt is obviously a very talented charter boat captain at a young age. I asked him about how he got involved in the business. So Matt, tell me about this. You said you were a 4th-generation captain?
Yeah, I was a 4th-generation captain. My great-grandpa, Emil Poggle, started fishing in Algoma back in 1932. Back then, Algoma was a commercial port where they used nets and pond nets for chubs and stuff like that. As the years went on, the commercial fishing really died off. And that really progressed, I would say, in the early 50s into the 60s with lake trout. And then once they got into the 70s, it became with the king salmon. And now it's evolved to this today. I actually got the pleasure to fish with my grandpa and my great-grandpa. So that's see the old school stuff to the new school, and there's definitely some old school stuff that still works.
Lots of anglers have wondered what it would be like to be a fishing guide or charter captain. Here's a look at what Matt's typical day looks like.
I'd definitely say a typical day for us, we get down to the boat about 3:30, get the coffee ready for the guys in the morning, make sure the boat's cleaned up and wait for the customers to come down. We'll take them out. We'll do our morning trip, usually right around 6 hours is pretty average, and then go back in for lunch, and a lot of times we'll do an afternoon as well.
And you said sometimes you do 3 trips a day?
Yeah. A lot of times on a Saturday, everybody wants to fish on a Saturday. So what we'll do is we'll actually run like 2 6-hours during the day, a morning and an afternoon, and then we'll also do a 3-hour evening trip at night.
So you get on the water at 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. You start your day starts at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it goes till when? What time do you get done?
If you do about 3 trips, it's usually about 10 o'clock at night.
That's a long day.
That's an extremely long day.
In the back of the boat, Brett has a fish on, and when I got back there, another rod went off. Double.
Ooh, yeah.
How big's yours, Brett?
It's a big fish.
Is it?
Yeah.
This one feels big.
This is a good one. Ooh, nice steely. That's a nice steelhead. Nice one.
You can pull him, Zach. Pull him. I got him. It's a fatty.
That one. That's a 3-year-old, right?
Yeah, that's a 3-year-old. That would be a healthy fish next year.
Okay, it's time to head for shore. Brett's going to take us walleye fishing. As we head to the harbor, Zach gets busy cleaning the fish. He'll have them all done by the time we get to the dock. It appears that Zach has cleaned a few fish in his day. Like I said earlier, this salmon trout fishing isn't something I get to do very often, but it is a great way to spend a few hours with friends or family or business associates, and Matt and Zach at Trio Fishing Charters are outstanding at what they do with their fishing. I'm looking forward to getting together with them again sometime. If this type of fishing might appeal to you, you should give them a try. That salmon and trout fishing is something I don't get to do very often, but when I do, I really enjoy it. When we come back, we'll be doing something that I do get to do a lot of. That's ice fishing. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen. Cabela's, it's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Dakota Grills, release your inner chef.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
At Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Brugenthies family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Lily, it's time. Coming, Mommy. Put down. That's my girl.
Oh, look at you all grown up.
The more they change, the more fun it is to look back and remember. Life Touch School Photography.
Lake Cabotogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Cabotogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. It's time to go ice fishing. Let's get out there. Brian Brosdahl is one of the gurus of ice fishing, especially when it comes to panfish. Let's get in the ice with Bro for some ideas on pulling panfish through the ice. The weather conditions weren't ideal. They really weren't even that good for fishing on the afternoon that we spent with Bro, but when you get the chance to go fishing, you take advantage of it. And regardless of weather, guys like Brian can usually get at least a few fish to bite. First off, he drills several holes. Here's why.
Well, actually, I found fish. I drill usually a half a dozen holes to start in a spot that I want to fish. And the other holes are just to fine-tune it. The panfish are running around, so I like to get pretty good swath going here. But I tell you what, you noticed it wasn't very hard for me to drill. Got quite a gob of fish on the screen.
I do too. What do you got?
It feels like it could be a bluegill or a crappie here. Yep, a crappie.
Yeah.
They're kind of spooky. I'm sizing down my bait a little bit to get them to go.
Crappies are different than bluegills, and bluegills are different than perch. Bro explains how our techniques need to be different for the different types of panfish. Brian, you know, panfish are different. Oh, you got one, huh?
There we go. You know, there's active fish always. If you get a big enough school, you'll get some aggressive ones.
So Brian, we got crappies going through, we got bluegills going through. How do you change your presentation for crappies or bluegills or perch?
Well, when I'm fishing in a spot that has crappies and bluegills, the crappies I always go above them. The crappies tend to feed up, so you want to pull your bait away, kind of cat and mouse with the crappie, and you'll get them every time. I start with spoons. I like the forage spoon. There you go, you got one going. The forage spoon is nice to pick the top active crappies off. And bluegills, I like to drop it in front of them and just keep teasing them. You'll aggravate them and always go light and finesseful. There you go. Crappie.
And he was up higher.
Yeah, definitely.
Noticeably. Not very big though. So you're keeping your bait above the crappies and bluegills more down to their level?
So I'll hold it above the crappies and get them to rise up and hit. But bluegills, I'll drop it right in front of them and let them stare at the details. Like right now I'm using a grasshopper bro bug. I went small, size 12. It makes a difference, and hold it right in front of them.
Brian mentioned 2 and 3 pound test line as his choice for panfish through the ice. The new Bionic ice lines will work great. There's Bionic Ice. It's an outstanding all-around ice line. Bionic Ice Fluorosilk is as close to invisible as it gets, and Bionic Braid is no stretch for better hook sets in deeper water. Bionic lines are just all-around good stuff. Also, we're using plastic baits on the back of our jigs. The impulse baits like the Impulse Tapeworm and Mini Smelt are becoming more of a weapon in our ice fishing arsenal. Fish like them, and they're easy to take care of. Now it's up to you to take advantage of these ideas from Bro. All you have to do is find a lake or pond that has panfish and pop some holes. Maybe we'll see you out there. Now, if you keep those ideas in mind, you're going to be a more successful ice angler. And if you get the chance, try that salmon and trout fishery in Door County, Wisconsin. You'll enjoy it. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, I'm Bob Jensen. Thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.